Hey guys, what's up? It is good to be here tonight. I am honored to be a part of Flora Week, to do my little part here on my small channel to bring as much awareness as we possibly can to this horrible Flora 4, Flora fire, these Flora angels. So I was proud. And a thank you to Miranda Lee for asking me to participate tonight. So I'm going to do the best I can. Now I know there is a whole lot to unpack in this case, and other creators have done deep dives and into all the fire reports, the whistleblowers. All the seemingly nepotism and shady things, in my opinion, and going on. So I encourage you, please go check them out. I just watched Ruckus Rocks earlier, and Frank Meister, excellent coverage on it. Last night, I believe, was Fire and Ice. Deb's True Crime Notebook did a video Sunday, and you can find all those. I'll put them on my community wall. So please go check them out. So tonight on my live, we're going to concentrate. I'm going to have a timeline and just, the basics. And I really just want to hear what you guys out there think, your thoughts. Just kind of keep it simple. That's why my channel is simple. But yeah, I just want to hear from you guys. I have a couple of video clips I'm going to play for anybody who may not be aware of this case. And I think the first, if I remember correctly, my introduction to this case was before I even started my channel. When I was discovered the YouTube crime world on here, and or crime, not crime world, crime community, true crime community. That's what I'm trying to say. And Mr. Steve, True Crime Web, his channel is one of the first that I found. And I actually found a live stream that Mr. Steve, Ruckus, and I think LA did discussing the Flora 4 and the Flora fire. So that was, and I was just mesmerized by it, horrified. So if you can find that, I will try, if I remember to, I'll try to put a link to it on my community wall, or if if somebody in here that's got a wrench maybe can find it. If not, don't worry about it. I will put a link to it. So yeah, like I said, we're just going to keep it simple. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I'll give you the timeline. Like I said, I have a couple of video clips. And I think I popped some of you guys' comments saying hi. I'm so proud to see I got 23 people here. That just is honoring for a small channel like mine. It is very humbling. I'm so honored to have you guys here. I've seen not necessarily new faces, but new faces in my chat. I've seen your guys in other people's chats. But Deb's True Crime Notebook is here. Thank you, Miss Deb, for being here. I got to get over. I've watched some of your stuff. I'm gonna get over there and watch some more stuff. Miss Deb does some excellent work. Try to consider her a new friend. I hope she feels the same way. Of course, Jinx is here. Jinx is absolutely a new friend and absolutely wonderful. I've been checking out her stuff. 63 Clocks is here. Thank you for being here. Paula Fitzhenry is here. One of my regulars. Thank you very much. Chris Gideon is here. Another one of my regulars and friends. Thank you very much. 50 Shades of Faith. Thank you so much for being here. And I saw a lot of y'all over in Ruckus's live stream in his chat. He and Freightmaster did excellent. As always, did excellent. Let's see. Let me get down. I might start repeating names here. Miss Donna McIntyre is here. I love Miss Donna. She is a wonderful advocate for the missing, families of the missing. Absolutely wonderful job. Try not to repeat myself. Miss Lisa is here. Good to have Miss Lisa here. Let me see. Beyond the Evidence, another absolutely wonderful channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just so honored to have all these other creators in here tonight. Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. And doing all we can do this whole week to bring more awareness to this case. It's just unbelievable that this case has not gotten more attention than it has. It's like Ruckus was saying earlier. You know, we have what they call them, the tragedy pimps, who not that I'm saying I want tragedy pimps to get a hold of this case, but Ruckus said it's got all the ingredients. It's got mystery, intrigue, shadiness, sketchiness, suspiciousness, and nobody has picked up on it really in the YouTube world, except for a handful of it. Us getting together and doing this. National news, I don't think I've ever seen anything on it on national news. When I did my Google searches to do some more research for it, I found the Flora.org page and maybe one or two articles, just basic stuff, and that's all I found. So it's just, I don't know about you guys, but it's just so frustrating that to not be able to find hardly anything on this case. Michigan Wifey, good to have you here. One of my OGs. Always good to have you here, Michigan Wifey. There's Miss Lisa Joe. Long time no see, friend. I was wondering what happened to you. I know you've probably been busy. Mr. Frank Meister is here. True Crime Talk with Frank Meister. Thank you so much for being here, sir. It's an honor. Thank you for coming in. Of course, Miranda Lee is here. And once again, another thank you to Miranda Lee for asking if I would participate. And I said, absolutely. Like I said, I'm just a civilian. I'm not a professional anything, but this falls into the things that I'm passionate about. Because here on my channel, I usually cover missing persons or share missing persons cold cases, and it's usually the ones that you never hear about. That don't get national attention, don't even get local attention in their hometowns that they deserve. So this case is kind of right up my alley. So hello, Phil Bond. Got a new name. Good to have you here, Phil. always. Hey T, there is Arctic Fox True Crime, another wonderful friend, a wonderful fellow creator, and a fellow Arkansan. For any of you who are new here, I am from Arkansas, so hence the accent. And I hope you can understand me. I've had people, it's either one side of the fence or the other. People say they love my accent or they complain because they can't understand me. So, anyway, always good to have Arctic Fox True Crime in the house. And anybody with wrenches, any mods, any creators that are in here, feel free, please throw creator channel links in there, so we can give these guys and gals some 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 people that may not have heard of some of these creators before, but I'm sure you guys have. But yeah, feel free to throw in any and all creator links. Let me see. I'm trying not to miss anybody here before we get started. And I was also, while I'm going through comments, excited to see that Mr. Steve from True Crime Web is going to be doing a morning watch episode or a live stream. It'll be 11 o'clock Central Time, but 12 midnight, 12:05 midnight. I've missed those Mr. Steve's morning watches, so he's out on the road. Anybody who doesn't know Mr. Steve, he's former law enforcement, former CSI. He's retired now, but now he has the True Crime Web Foundation. He goes out, travels the United States and helps families free of charge with missing person cases, cold cases. So definitely thoughts, prayers, and good vibes to Mr. Steve while he is out on the road. But I'm very excited. I'm going to make myself stay awake tonight so I can watch his morning watch live stream. All right, I think I've got everybody in. Oh, there's Olivia too. Hello, Miss Olivia. I saw you also in Ruckus's chat. Good to see. Always good to see Olivia. It's good to see everybody here. Everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in and helping bring some attention to this case. Welcome, Melissa Wildcard. I think I've seen you in other chats. Thank you for being here. And I'm sweating already, y'all. It's hot here. It's hot down here in Arkansas. Hence the hair being up again. So forgive the bedraggled look. Let's see. Make sure I got everybody. There's my Dandy. Dandy Linus is here. Another wonderful friend. Dandy has helped me so much getting used to doing this YouTube thing, especially these live streams. Hopefully, as we say around here, hopefully I won't turn it into a dumpster fire. I'm gonna try to do my best to do some justice to this case. All right, I think I'm caught up. Somebody said, maybe Miss Lisa Joe said, it's like trying to herd cats, saying that caught up with all the comments. All right, so just got a little presentation here, slideshow. So obviously, once again, we're talking about the Flora 4. Keyana, little Keyana, Keyara, Kerriele, and Kionnie. And also, we can't forget Miss Gaylin, their mother. This is, as it says on there, and all this information, these pictures, and the timeline that I used came from the flora4.org. And I put all the links for the videos and for the slideshow, all the links that I used are in the description box to give them credit, of course. And also, if you guys want to check out the Flora 4 website and any of the articles and videos, all the links are there. So, like I said, we had a little Keyana, was only 11 years old. Kerriele McDonald was 7. Keyara Phillips was 9. And little Kionnie Welch was just 5 years old. It just, I get teary-eyed just even looking at the pictures. It breaks my heart, absolutely. I mean, also for Miss Gaylin, breaks my heart. Right, so on November 21st of 2016 in Flora, Indiana, there was a fatal house fire at 103 East Columbia Street. 11-year-old Keyana, 9-year-old Keyara, 7-year-old Kerriele, and 5-year-old Kionnie were unable to escape, unfortunately. Also in the fire, first responder, I believe he was one of the sheriff's deputies, I believe, Drew Yoder is injured while trying to rescue the girls. Miss Gaylin, the mother, she was also injured. She survived. She was transported to the hospital for burns, and investigation begins, supposedly. So on January 6th of 2017, Drew Yoder, who, yes, was a Carroll County Sheriff's deputy, returns to work. And that is the first video clip I'm going to play. This is not the whole dash cam footage. This is just I can't remember. It's from one of the news stations. I found it on YouTube. Once again, it's linked in the description box. It's just part of the footage, but just to give you an idea for anybody who may not have seen it. And while it's playing, so just trigger warning to anybody who may not have seen it. It is obviously disturbing. I will put my banner up for anybody who may come in and not realize what's going on here. Hopefully my laptop is not about to do it from my phone. Hold on. Find it. There it is. I'll put the trigger warning up. And I will also take myself out, and I will go through you guys, pop your guys' comments up on. There goes my laptop, of course. While the video's playing, I'll pop some comments up so I won't get too far behind. Make sure I have the right video. It's so much easier to do it from my laptop. I apologize, guys. Once again, now anybody new here, now you know why I call it almost dumpster fire. All right, here we go.
Well, tonight, for the first time, you're about to see law enforcement video of the Flora arson fire.
More than 6 years ago, the fire claimed the lives of 4 young girls. They were sisters, ages 5 to 11. Their names were Kionnie Welsh, Kerriele McDonald, Keyara Phillips, and Keyana Davis.
The video that you're about to see will be difficult for some people to watch, but it does provide the clearest picture so far of the valiant but unsuccessful efforts to try and rescue those girls that night.
Chief Investigator Steve Brown has our exclusive story.
This story centers on Carroll County Sheriff's Deputy Drew Yoder. He suffered serious injuries attempting to reach the 4 girls killed in the Flora fire. We have only ever heard from the deputy once at a brief news conference 6 weeks after the fire.
Some nights it brings tears to my eyes. Sometimes I try not to go past there. But I still think of those 4 little girls standing out there, dancing around, smiling at you, waving at you.
This is dash cam video of Yoder responding to the fire. You will only see what the camera is pointed at, but Yoder is wearing a microphone, and at times you will hear much more than you see. Flora police officer Josh Dysinger arrives seconds before Yoder. The first voice you'll hear is the girl's mother, Gaylin Rose.
Where is it? Stay up. You're upstairs? County, send Cutler Fire as well. Get Cutler Fire in there as well. Where are the kids? Upstairs? Where's the stickers? They're around the corner to the left. I can tell. Johnny, sit next. You well. Josh, you good? Josh, you good? You good? can't tell, man. I can't tell.
Inside the house, Yoder faced intense heat and thick smoke without protective gear while trying to climb this set of stairs. Then at the top, a landing on the left and another shorter set of stairs leading to the girl's bedroom. The girl's mother desperately tries to direct Yoder around that landing.
You go around the corner. Please. Let's go. Go around the corner. Keep going.
But the smoke was too much.
Oh my. Guys, send tones. Keep sending off tones, please. We still got 4 kids inside. We can't get inside.
Yoder runs back to his car and races to the Flora Fire Department just 4 blocks away. The deputy is also a volunteer firefighter. The drive takes 24 seconds. He exits his car, races in, and yells to get the equipment moving.
Hey, clean the roll, dude. There's people inside.
For the next 45 seconds, it sounds like Yoder is getting into his turnout gear. He then runs back to his car, races back to the scene, with fire trucks just behind him.
Hey, they're coming. They're right here, dude. They're right here. They're coming.
Both Deputy Yoder and Officer Dysinger quickly put on air packs to re-enter the house. If you look here, you can see one of them entering, crawling on hands and knees. Just seconds later, something has gone wrong. At 3:45, an emergency call goes out. Officer down. Other firefighters are now working to rescue Yoder while still trying to reach the 4 girls. And as the fire starts moving more rapidly right to left, from the back of the house to the front door, an alarm sounds, signaling an air pack low on oxygen. Firefighters would reach Yoder and the 4 girls and bring them out. Feverish attempts at CPR were performed on the girls without success. Yoder was rushed to the hospital. At the same time, flames engulfed the entire house. The last thing we see on the video is an advanced life support vehicle pulling up just before 4 a.m. It would be almost 2 months before it was announced the fire was an arson. In the 6+ years since, the investigation has not produced an arrest. Before making our final decision to air the dash cam video, we did show it to Gaylin Rose at her request. She supports airing the video. It is her hope that it will generate tips from the public that might finally bring this case to a close. That number is 1-800-382-4628. You do not have to give your name to provide information. Steve Brown, Fox 59 Investigates.
We hope someone out there knows something about this case. Steve, thank you. You can take a closer look at that video at fox59.com. It's there, edited only for profanity. You can also see all of our coverage on the investigation into the Flora.
All right, that was that. Just every time I watch that, just makes me cry. Sends chills down my spine. Just I cannot imagine. I've been trying to pop some of you guys' comments up here so I wouldn't get too far behind. It's good to see Miss Barbara Hall and Miss Marion Tate in here. As always, much love to you guys. You know I love you guys. Now, let's see here. Got to find the comment now. My laptop keeps going in and out. Yeah. It may stay up there forever. I got to find it. Trying to go through the comments on my phone. Oh, Miss Lisa Joe, you didn't contribute to my dumpster fire. Oh, maybe she's talking to Arctic. Did Arctic have a dumpster fire too? There's Michelle C. Hello, Michelle. Good to have you here, my dear. Absolutely. Yep, everybody has the I'm sorry to hear that. Arctic said his week has been a dumpster fire. I'm sorry. Sorry, my friend. Hello, CJK. Welcome in. Good to have you here always. Hey, Doodlebug. Good to have you here. I'm sorry I'm leaning into the camera, but I'm working off my phone for a minute until I can get my laptop to cooperate. Yes, Miss Lisa Joe, I saw that dumpster fire bad drill. I want something, and I think didn't Sunshine Mind of Monster's sister make that, or she made the graphic? I think that is such a cute graphic. I love it. Once again, Miss Marion Tate. Thank you, Arctic, for putting in everybody's channel links. Yes, absolutely. Miss Marion says we thank you all for putting all of our stories out there for families and our loved ones. Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely. Just trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. My comments are a little bit slow loading with my farm signal I have out here. And I'm going to get to, I see I have some starred comments. So I'm going to get to those. I think I'm going to get to, y'all are going to get to see my moo cow. My moo cow, thank you for anybody who donates. Just make sure I didn't miss anybody. Hello, Boston Christian. Good to have you here. You snuck in on me. Make sure nobody else snuck in here. Thank you so much. Yes, Jinx says, yeah, and please, anybody, because like I said, I know just the basics of the case, and what I've learned about the case from watching all these other wonderful creators like Ruckus and everybody else who has done deep dives into this case. But Jinx said that Josh Dissinger was the first one on the scene who was Flora PD officer at the time. Yeah, so it was he and Yoder, Drew Yoder, who was a sheriff's deputy. Was the first ones on the scene. Thank you, Miss Marion. That's very sweet. Yes, Jinx, Drew Yoder was second on the scene. Y'all gonna have to keep me in line tonight if I say, and I know you guys will. If I say something wrong, get something wrong, please let me know. Absolutely. T says it's a heartbreaking case. It absolutely is. Absolutely, yes. Purple hearts, yes. And I don't know how well it's coming up on the screen, but I wore my purple today. Wore my purple tonight. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I forgot to take down my banner. If I can do it on my computer. Yeah, my computer's. I'm not going to say it's working because as soon as I say it's working, it'll go out again. Absolutely. Chris Gideon says this case saddens me. Absolutely. Just so, like I said, I find it so hard. Yes, very sad, Melissa. Just find it so hard when I was doing the research and getting the slideshow together and these video clips. Just, I'm telling you, I cried and I cried until I think I couldn't cry anymore when I was doing this. Breaks my heart for the girls, for Miss Gaylin. There's got to be some justice. No matter what, if it was arson or if it was accidental, somebody has to be held accountable. And unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen until this case gets more attention. So obviously, this is what this whole week is about, is trying to bring as much attention as possible to this case. So hopefully some bigger channels out there here on the YouTube streets, maybe we'll get a hold of it and reach a lot of people, and news media. Like I said, I don't think I have ever seen anything, literally nothing, on mainstream news media or any kind of news media, either on TV, articles, online, anywhere about this case, and it just drives me batty. Yes. Jinx said, Gaylin tried to get her daughters. Her burns were so severe she was life flighted out. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Yes, Miss Marion. Very sad. Absolutely. Beyond the evidence, yes. Oh, sorry. Yes, Miss Gaylin went in and out of the house several times trying to get to her girls. Yes. And on that, and I don't know if it was on, I think it was on this clip, because and I agree, there's a lot that made mention of exactly when and there's something about the 911 call has not been released. Something about that. I don't know what they're trying to hide with all that. To me, that's one of the many red flags for me in this case. I don't know why they would not release the 911 call. But people have mentioned that there was a confusion about maybe there was confusion about where exactly the girls were. But like I said, I think it was on this clip. You can clearly hear Miss Gaylin telling at least Yoder and Dissinger, giving them detail. She said, you go up the stairs, go to the left, and telling them exactly. But then again, they didn't have the proper equipment. I think it was it Yoder that left and got some equipment and came back, and he alerted the fire department. Or like I said, I don't know the minute details, so please absolutely in chat let me know. But because I just from and all I've seen is the dash cam video, but just from what I've seen in the dash cam video, I think Yoder and Dissinger, were trying to do the best they could with what they had to work with, but it's sad all the way around, Yes, thank you. Miss Jinx has given me lots of information. Yes, Drew Yoder's wounds were severe, and he was also life flighted out. Yes, absolutely. And Dissinger, Josh Dissinger, forgive me, I don't know if it's Dissinger or Dissinger, was taken away in an ambulance for minor burns. Yep. Absolutely. CJK says sad and heartbreaking. Absolutely. Yes, that is another thing that has been mentioned, and I also wondered. Melissa says, I just don't get why no ladder, and why did they smash the window? Worst thing to do. Yeah, see, I'm not a professional in any way, but I had a lot of firefighter friends, EMS friends, law enforcement friends, and that's what they always, or what I always thought was, fire thrives on oxygen, and when they smashed out that front window, you can just see it come, But like I said, I'm not an expert, but I have seen that mentioned several times about the window being smashed out. Absolutely. Yes, I also agree with that. Yeah, that Yoder tried very hard. Yeah, for him to, because I can't remember I watched just about most of every live stream so far that the creators have done, and they said, because apparently some people maybe give Yoder and Dissinger a hard time, but it's like somebody said, and I can't remember which live stream, you can't fake that cough, that he's inhaling that smoke, and you can hear the cough and the gagging and you can't, and I'm not saying he's fake, you can't fake that. So I think, like I said, in my opinion, he was doing the best he could at first with no equipment, and then I believe he was the one that in the video leaves. I think it only takes him 24 seconds to get down there, get gear on, alert whoever, because it was a volunteer fire department, and then come back, and even with the gear on, then apparently whatever went wrong after that, just to hear those screams of Miss Gaylin, and then hear the screams of Yoder or whoever was that was screaming inside, and officer down. It's just heartbreaking. Yes, absolutely. Dandy says this is hard to listen to. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Jinx. Yeah, that Miss Gaylin was screaming at them, telling them where they were located. Yeah, but it's just with that smoke, and it's just, yeah. Boston Christian says they're around the corner, or we're around the corner. Yeah. Yeah, talking about smashing the window. CJK said many think to get them out through a window. I can see that, and people panic. Yeah, absolutely. None of us can say, I know, well, I won't speak for y'all, but I know I can say you know, in my mind, I can run scenarios in my head about, you know, if this happened, this is what I would do. But when you get in that situation, you know, you do panic. You just, you know, the adrenaline comes up and you panic, and, you know, all the scenarios I've run in my head about different, what I would do if I in different emergency or dangerous situations. I'm 99.9% sure all that would go out of the window if that, you know, ever happened, God forbid, in real life. So, yeah. Yeah, that, but also that's a good point too. CJK says, and with the fire station so close, yeah, go get a ladder. Absolutely, yeah. That's the one. You know, the ladder. That's always bothered me too. Melissa said, "Is that someone screaming?" Yes, I believe it was the first screaming at the first is Miss Gaylin, the kid's the girl's mother, and then after, because I don't know which screaming you're referring to, and when the Yoder and Dissinger or whoever it was that came back went and got the turnout gear and came back in, and then something went wrong, and I don't know, one of them maybe was screaming, and then you can hear screaming for help. So that second screaming would be one or more of the officers that were in there, to my knowledge, just from everything I've seen. Yes, absolutely. Chris had asked if it was okay to drop my Discord link. Absolutely, yes. Yep. Yes. The police officer is yelling. Absolutely, yes. Yes, and the station was only 2.5 blocks away from the house. Yeah. We get caught up with you guys' comments, and then we'll get through the presentation, and then I promise I will get to my starred comments. Let's see if did I get to no. No, it's fine, Dandy. You can drop my Discord link. It's fine. Absolutely. Miss Gaylin wants justice for her girls. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree too. It's like Olivia too said, yes, someone knows something. Absolutely. Because if I remember, and somebody please once again correct me if I'm wrong, get a drink right quick. I think I heard probably once again in one of the wonderful creators live streams about this, that Flora is maybe less than 2,000 population. I live in a very small town. We may barely be touching 2,000. And I can tell you, in a very small town like this, usually, you know, I'm not saying everybody knows what happened here, but somebody knows something, because I've lived in a small town of less than 2,000 all my life, and everybody knows your business. Everybody knows everything that goes on in a small town. So in my opinion, somebody in that town knows something. Somebody knows something. Somebody needs to, as Sunshine Mind of Monsters, another excellent channel knows, or another excellent channel to check out. She is always saying, if you see something, say something. And that's what is, in my opinion, that's what is going to have to be done here in this case. Somebody is going to have to get the cojones to say something. And I do have, because I mentioned the whistleblowers earlier. I downloaded the PDFs from the Flora 4 website. Don't let me forget, and we'll look at those for anybody who hasn't seen those. But yes, in my opinion, in a small town like that, somebody knows something. Yeah, it is hard to watch. Faye says that's the very first time I've seen it in its entirety. Yeah, that's not all of it actually. That was I don't think it's all of it. it may have been all of it, but yeah, I've seen, I have watched, I think I found it on YouTube. I think I just searched, Flora fire dash cam video, and there's raw uncut. This was news. The news interjected their thing in it. But yeah, there is raw uncut footage out there on YouTube. But like I said, watch with caution because it is very disturbing. Absolutely. Melissa says she cries every time. I do too. I'm with you. I'm with you, sister, every time. Thank you, Miss Marion. Sorry, I'm trying to. Yes, Miss Marion said it's heartbreaking. I have no words. Absolutely, it is. Yep, absolutely. CJK says, how can anyone keep quiet if they know something? Absolutely. I mean, you have four precious, beautiful little girls that perished, and two police officers that almost perished, and their mother, Miss Gaylin, that almost perished, and nobody can say anything. It just absolutely blows me away. There's our friend out on the prowl, our friend Dave, listening and driving. Good to see you, Dave. Please check it. And I believe Dave, for any of you night owls or early morning people, on Dave's channel, which is called Out on the Prowl, please, if somebody hasn't already, please throw Dave's link to his channel in there, because early, either late, however you want to look at it, late Saturday night or early Sunday morning, Dave is going to be doing his live on the Flora 4, and I'm going to make myself stay awake and watch it. So any of you night owls, if anybody happens to be up at that time and can come join us in the live, please do. But if you can't, absolutely be on a replay crew. Replay crew is awesome as well. So yes, absolutely. Dave does great work. He covers the whole gamut of true crime. He does wonderful work. Dave is a very smart guy, very sharp guy, very good insight. So I encourage you, please. Arctic says he's always having a dumpster fire of some sort. You know me, T. I'm always them too. Not always. My dumpster fires aren't always on YouTube. Just life in general too. Or I'm trying to get caught up. We'll get. Yes, absolutely. Michelle says this breaks my heart. Is painful. Those poor angels. Absolutely. Yeah, Melissa's making the point again. Yeah, about the broken window. The fire's going to come right back at you. Yep, no ladder. Yeah, I still don't understand about that ladder. Yes, that's a good. Yeah, Jinx was asking Dave what time his Sunday Flora live. Yeah, like I said, I don't know exactly what time he's going to do it, but usually his live can start anywhere between midnight and 2 or 3 in the morning. But I don't know exactly. Last time I checked, I don't know exactly when he said he was going to start. Absolutely. Thank you, T. There is Dave out on the Prowl's link. Thank you so much. Yes, that is one thing, because I watched that dash cam footage so much. Melissa says they're all just chilling at the fire station. He comes in and tells them, hello, there's a fire. Yeah, because he goes running in, and not, absolutely not trying to, give anybody a hard time. But he comes running in and said, hey, let's go. He says something, and you can hear a guy say, what? She's like, what? Like, why are you bothering me? That kind of like, what? What do you want? I was just like, really? But then I can't remember who it was. Somebody said that might have been just like an IT guy that was there, because it is a volunteer fire department. Like I said, I don't know anybody who knows, the intimate details of this. But yeah, that just, yeah, it was, I don't know. It just blows my mind. Oh, thank you so much. Beyond the Evidence, Miss Marv. Oh, there's one of my thank you so much. 63 clocks for the $5 super sticker. Thank you so much. Very humbling. I'm very appreciative. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And if I missed any, they are in my starred comments, and I will definitely get to all of them. And you will all get your moo cow. Thank you. Yes, Chris says Josh Ayers owned the property in question where the fire occurred. Yes. Absolutely. Faye says, please be the hero this case needs. Absolutely. Hello, Craving Crimes. You're a new name. Welcome. Oh, do I have 700 now? I haven't checked. It says 700 sub. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Welcome, Craving Crimes. If you have a channel, I don't know if that's the name or if you have a channel, but if you have a channel, somebody can absolutely throw your link in there. Right. Miss Jinx says Flora home was Josh Ayers. However, he transferred ownership to his LLC. Yes, Birch Tree Holdings with his business partner, Troy Helderman. Sorry, I'm trying to read off my phone right now about this big. I'm trying to get down so I can if my computer will hold out so I can read comments off my computer. It's with my old eyes, it's a little bit hard to see on my phone. Yeah, Melissa says, and people outside just watching from streets is happening, not even trying to help. Yeah, I know people want to help, but when you have a fire, and I'm just speaking of from the perspective of because I did date or have a boyfriend that was a fireman, paramedic, and a firefighter. You have to be careful, going into these fires. I mean, if 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the smoke that gets you and that incapacitates you. So they really, actually, they tell people, don't run into the burning building, call 911. But, people are free, and God bless civilians who do run in and help, try to help. But yeah, it's a fine line, but yeah, like I said, just God bless anybody who will run into a burning building. Yeah. Not only, paid firefighters, volunteer firefighters, civilians. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Miss Barbara says prayers to the family. Yes, ma'am. That's okay, Dave. Dave says he can't chat. He's listening and driving. Yes, you concentrate on your driving, Dave. We don't want you to have a wreck. Oh, thank you. Doodlebug says I now have 700 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it so very much. So very much. Trying to get caught up in comments, and we'll get through the timeline here. But like I said, I wanted my live stream to be interactive. I want to get your guys' thoughts and comments on this case, because like I said, I don't know the intimate details. I'm just going to give the basics and hear what, get feedback from you guys. So yeah. Yes, that's also been discussed because, and I do have a little article I'm going to read later. The house, I believe, was torn down in maybe October of last year. And there's been a lot of debates, at least in the true crime community, about what should be done with the memorial, or what some things should be done with that land. But Boston Christian says, and I've heard this mentioned a lot before too, a water splash pad, with swing sets, benches, lots of love built right there where the house was. Absolutely. Absolutely. Give the children of the neighborhood a place to play, and a safe place to play, and just be kids. And yeah, that would be wonderful. Thank you, everybody. Oh my goodness, almost to 709. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Let me see here. Trying to get caught up in comments. I'm going to get to oh yeah, there's Miss Miriam with her red flags. Yeah, all my regulars know Miss Marion with her red flags. And just as an aside, and I promise we will get back to what we're here for. But anybody who doesn't know, Miss Barbara Hall is in the chat, or she was earlier. Miss Marion Tate is here. Miss Barbara is Timmy D's mother. Miss Marion is his aunt. If you have not heard of Timmy's case, there are a lot of wonderful creators out there who have done videos sharing Timmy's story. I have done deep dive live streams and videos for Timmy's story, these Fredericktown, Missouri cases, Timmy's case, and Durante Martin's case. I do have a Fredericktown playlist. Please do check it out. Another two cases just like this one that need justice, need attention. So please do check them out. Yes, Miss Donna, and I believe that's where a lot of articles and news clips I watched. 59 News, and Miss Donna said 59 News is basically the only ones that tried to keep the story out to the public. Absolutely, yeah. Because I think, and I can't remember if that clip that I just played was from 59 News. It might have been, and I think the other recap video clip I have is maybe from 59 News. But yeah, that's all I could find. It's just. Oh, like I said, my favorite saying, drops me baddie. Yes, you can definitely, Jinx says exactly 100. You can hear Gaylin telling them where the girls were. Yep. Yep. Trying to see how far behind I am in comments on my phone and popping up on my computer because I don't want to miss anybody. Yes. Jinx says it took Drew can't talk tonight as usual. Drew Yoder less than 1 minute and 30 seconds, yes, to get to the fire station and back to the house with his turnout gear, yes. To get into the house, Drew Yoder also was a volunteer firefighter, yes, absolutely. Yeah, and here in the small town that I live in, I believe we do have paid ambulance service here, but our fire department is all volunteer. And like I said, we may be barely touching 2,000 population. Yeah, Miss Mary. Yeah, I'm having trouble, but we have 27 people here. Thank you so much. For a small channel like mine, I love having all you guys here. But yeah, I'm having trouble keeping up comments too. Miss Marion says she wanted to say hello to everyone, but everybody's typing really fast. Yeah, absolutely. But I love. Oh, did I miss Ruckus? So everybody's saying hi to Ruckus. I apologize if I missed Ruckus. Oh, there he is. Hello, Mr. Ruckus. Honor to have you here, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your live stream that you and Frank Meister did earlier. It was fantastic as usual. I love Ruckus. I love Ruckus. And Ruckus, one of these days, I want to get your side of we hear Mr. Steve's side of Ruckus stories. We're gonna have to hear Ruckus's side of Ruckus stories one of these days. But absolutely, sir, thank you for being here. Let's see. Just want to make sure. There's Miss Peggy. I can't remember if I've said hi to you. But hi, Miss Peggy, if I haven't. It says, I can't imagine being the mom or the officers trying to help. Absolutely. Yeah. You would, because, probably 15 years ago now, my boyfriend, as I mentioned, was a paramedic and a volunteer firefighter. And I just have absolutely so much respect for all first responders, law enforcement, firefighter, EMS, because when you see a probably over 6'2", 6'3", over 200-pound man cry because he could not save somebody that he knew, that he got a call for, and it was actually the retired police chief of the next town over. Yeah, so you know, literally a 6'2", 6'3", over 200-pound man crying like a baby, and not just, and I also saw him break down over people he didn't even know who they were, that he couldn't save, and would just sit and bawl. Yeah. So it is just so hard, for first responders, law enforcement. It's just breaks my. I'm going to start crying just thinking about it again. But yeah, it is very hard. So all the respect and admiration in the world. Absolutely, Mr. Ruckus says the hot gases in that black smoke will kill you quick. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's why I mentioned earlier that you'll talk to most firefighters or first responders will tell civilians or whatever, do not go in there with that. No matter how much you want to help, do not go in. Because that smoke is going to get you. It is going to get you quick, very quick. Because you saw in that video of Yoder and Dissinger, or Yoder, or whoever had the turnout gear on, and went in, and within, I don't know, maybe less than a minute, that's when you started hearing the screaming and the officer down. It's just like that, and it's just so scary. Okay, so Jinx says Dissinger, Dissinger. Yes, Dandy says losing one child would be horrendous. All of them, I don't know if I could survive. Yeah, I cannot. Yeah, absolutely, I cannot imagine losing one, much less losing all four of my children, or two, or three. I mean, one is too many, but four, all of, yeah. I don't know. Melissa asked, did anyone hear the girls screaming? I don't know. Somebody in chat may, like I said, I don't know how far behind I am in chat. I'm just about 20 minutes behind in chat. I don't know if anybody heard the girls screaming, or if they even screamed. Did they scream? I mean, you almost, and I'm not trying to be, how can I say this? I'm not trying to be crass, but you almost hope, and I hope you guys understand what I'm about to say. You almost hope that the smoke, that they were asleep, that they just were asleep and they just never woke up, because you do not want to think about them suffering. So I would hope, and like I said, once again, I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. I just hope they didn't suffer. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to get caught up. Yes. Miss Marv says, Gaylin is one strong woman. She lost her whole family in minutes. I don't think I would survive. I wouldn't either. I would not either. Absolutely. Faye says, no, that man put his life in danger to do what he did. Yeah. Yeah, Boston is asking Ruckus, hot gases like from chemicals. Yeah, because you would think, I don't know if what I'm trying to think of from watching Coach Kev last night and Ruckus. What, because I know in Coach Kev's show, he and there was three people. No, he was by himself. He was talking about and showing pictures of what kind of like walling. It wasn't a wallpaper, like a sheetrock and wood and stuff. So I don't know if anything of that nature, paint or anything, would give off you know what I'm trying to say. I know what I'm trying to say. I can't get it out. When stuff like that burns, if it has any chemical compounds in it, like sealants or anything like it, sometimes wood is treated with stuff that could possibly put out a chemical, some kind of chemicals or something when it burns. Thank you. I can't remember if I've said hello to Lottie on the way home. Thank you for being here. I actually took off work today. I had to take. I went to the doctor with my mom today, so I took today off. But I'll be back to work tomorrow. Yes, Miss Deb says, yep, Gaylin and Yoder ended up in the hospital. Yep. I'll get caught up in comments as much as I can. Yep, Dandy says she wouldn't know what she'd do in this situation. I feel for everyone involved. Yeah. Like I said, we can, at least myself, I can run scenarios in my head of different situations and what I would tell myself I would do. But when you get in the actual situation, God forbid, all that it'd be out the window. Yes, Jinx says Josh Ayers and Troy Helderman were throwing rocks to break windows. That only fed the fire. Yeah, see, that was always mine. Like I said, just from being around, firefighters and stuff. Fire feeds off oxygen. But then I can't remember who it was. Somebody said that they may have broken the window to draw the fire away or something. I might have misunderstood. Like I said, I'm just a crazy woman sitting up here doing the best I can. I'm not a professional or anything. I try to retain knowledge that I learned from watching professionals, but Chris said those two need to answer questions. I don't know which two you're talking about. Yeah, that is true. As CJK says, most homes have bedrooms down a hallway. If the fire is blocking your escape, then you have no choice but to shut or keep the bedroom door shut and go out a window. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Jinx is talking about the civil suit that Miss Gaylin had against the Birch Tree Holdings for the smoke detectors. Yes. So apparently the smoke detectors weren't working. Yes, absolutely. That's what I was saying. Dandy says Flora is a tiny town. People talk. Absolutely. Speaking for myself, yes, I grew up and still live in a very, very small town. Absolutely, Miss Barbara says, yep, small town. Somebody knows something for sure. Yes, Jinx says Josh and Troy lost the civil suit because Ellie didn't make the payment for the evidence being kept in the storage locker. Yeah, somebody, I can't remember once again. I've watched so many, everybody's live streams I've done. But yeah, apparently the stuff in the storage facility got thrown away. So no more evidence. That's just, I don't understand that. DJK says they're wondering if it was someone from a nearby town. DJK said if there was a decent reward, someone might be willing to come forward. Unfortunately, that's true. Thank you, Miss Marv. Said I could. I'm welcome to take any of the documents and stuff from my Discord. Thank you, ma'am. I will have to if I can get once again with my farm signal out here. Sometimes I can get Discord to come up on my computer, but if I can get it to come up, I'll definitely. Thank you, ma'am. T's Arctic's phone is getting blown up. Thank you, Jinx, with all the information. I know Jinx is passionate and very knowledgeable about this case. She says Josh Ayers was on the Flora Town Council as the president at the time, the owner of almost mispronounced Birch Tree every time I try to say it. Birch Tree Holdings that rented the property to Gaylin and owned multiple businesses in Flora. Got Florida on my mind. There've been very, very bad flooding in Florida today. So I don't know what part of Florida that Mrs. Steve is in, and also Sunshine Mind of Monsters is somewhere in Florida. So just thought thoughts, prayers, and good vibes to all our friends in Florida. Hope everybody's okay down there. There's Miss Kimber. Good to see you, ma'am. Good to see you, honey. Chris asked, didn't Ayers own a business in Delphi, which was a hardware store? I don't know about that, Chris. Like I said, I know the basics of the case. I don't know the detail, ins and outs. Yes, Doodlebug, so many prayers for the mother. Absolutely. Oh, okay. So Jinx knows, as always. Jinx says, Chris, yes. Also the hardware store in Delphi in Florida. That's interesting. Aren't Delphi and Flora, aren't they pretty close? If anybody can tell me, I think I remember somebody mentioning that Delphi and Flora are, are they in the same county? Are they both in Carroll County? Hey, Honeybee. Good to have Honeybee here. So I'll begin to leave a like and say hello. Justice for the girls. Absolutely. Thank you, Honeybee, for dropping in. Definitely check out, somebody may have already done it. You can drop in Honeybee's channel or link to her channel. Always good having Honeybee here. Absolutely. Miss Barb says she'll be up for the True Crime Web Morning Watch. Morning Watch is back. I'm so excited. Just trying to get caught up in comments. I don't want to miss any. That's what I was thinking. Jinx says the rumor is the one volunteer stationed overnight at the firehouse was a tech guy and he didn't know how to run the truck. Yeah. But that's sadly, that's because if I remember correctly, and once again, please correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that Flora was a volunteer fire department. And so that means they may have, I don't even know. I know I'm trying to think of here, our town. I don't think that have even one person that actually stays at the fire station overnight. But if they get a call during the day or night, it's just they of course do the siren, and of course send out a mass text or a mass call to all the volunteer firefighters in the area, and then they have to come from work or home or wherever they may be at the time and get into their gear and get the trucks out. So unfortunately, the way it works with the volunteer fire department. Yeah, Miss Deb says that guy was a computer guy. Yep. Absolutely. Boston Christian says my splash pad for the girls will be big purple flowers, tall, like 5 foot. Water rains down from the petals, made out of playable plastic. Stem is green. Tall trees. That sounds awesome. That sounds beautiful. Sounds heavenly. Hey, Miss Gilhard, you're fine, honey. I was a little bit late, and I'm just chatting with you guys. We're just this is kind of a casual, not casual, but just a simple live stream for this case. Just getting everybody's thoughts and opinions and prayers and support, and please everybody, the most important thing you can do, share this live. You can share the link now, share when it's over with, share it across any and all social media platforms. Anything, anywhere, anything you can do to help bring more, not just mine, but all these creators. Like I said, I think I've managed to keep up, and everybody who's all the creators who have done live streams or videos so far this week for the Flora week. I have put links on my community page. You can go over there and snatch those links, share those anywhere and everywhere you can. Yeah, that's the most important thing that you guys can do. Absolutely. But thank you, Miss Gail, for being here. Boston's still talking about what they would do with the splash pad. A splash pad is awesome. Yep, just a nice, beautiful, safe place for kids to play. Absolutely. Hello, Mommy Wolverine. I've seen you in other chats. Thank you for coming in. Absolutely. Thank you for this. Absolutely. It's my honor, my pleasure. Said whatever I can do on my little channel to help spread, get this information out. Yes, Jinx says so true. Smoke inhalation is the real killer. Yes, smoke. The 9 times out of 10, from what I understand, the smoke is going to get you before anything. Absolutely. Yes, Craving Crimes has a channel. Yep, if somebody may have already put it in. I don't know how far behind I'm in comments. I'm kidding. I'm slowly catching up. Once again, I apologize for leaning into the screen, but I'm still reading off my. I don't know if I've caught up. My computer is actually holding up, but I don't know if I've caught up these comments with these comments, and I don't want to. Thank you, Jinx. That's very sweet. Thank you, my new friend Jinx. I've been hearing about Jinx, very good things about Jinx, for a long time, but I just have not had a chance between work and trying to keep, getting the stories that I share and videos and live streams out for the cases that I share on my channel. I have not had a chance to check out Jinx, get to know Jinx, but I've only heard good things about Jinx. So many thanks, Jinx. For I know Jinx has been putting the link to my live stream out along with everybody else who's put the link out and invited people to come tonight. So just many thanks to everybody. But thank you, Jinx. Absolutely, dear. Oh, Paula says she loves my southern accent. Oh, thank you so much. There's another one of my stars, and I will go over them again, and everybody will get a moo cow. Thank you, Miss Barbara, 99¢. Super secret. Thank you, Miss Barbara. I love you. I love you and Miss Marion so much. And thoughts. I know you can't say anything right now, but thoughts, prayers, and good vibes. Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely. Dandy says if she ever shares the wrong link, please. Oh, yeah, I'm not worried about you sharing the wrong link. Any creators that are in here, we have a good community in here. So far, all the new to my chat, I've seen in other chats, and they're good people. So yeah, yep. Because I only watch channels that do it for the right reasons and that have good communities. I don't do we don't do the family bashing, victim bashing, or bashing of each other. If we, happen to have differences of opinion, that's not what this channel is about. And so far, I've been lucky and have not had any trouble for the most part. So, thank you, Miss Barbara, so much for that. Oh, hitting the wrong buttons. I'm mashing, pushing buttons. That's what usually sends everything into a dumpster fire. Boston Christian still I think Boston Christian needs to build the splash pad. Big chairs that are flowers heads, and a book box. Yes, I love those what do they call them, the tiny libraries. We have those here that you put books in. Absolutely. Yep, absolutely, always. See, let me go down to, I got to start reading these off the computer. I'm leaning in, and I hate leaning into the computer. Let's see. So I'm at 922 with Dandy's comment. Let me see if I can find it on here. I'm almost there. I apologize, guys, with my little horse and pony show that I have going on here. But if I can at least get one person to be made aware of this case, then I feel like I've done something. I'm down to 925. I'm almost there. Almost there. Okay, there's 922. Oh, I found it. Okay, so now I can start hopefully doing it from my computer. Yes, absolutely. Miss Deb says about the splash pad. Sounds lovely. Yes, it does. It sounds divine. We have a splash pad here at our city park. Nothing as fancy as Boston. I think Boston Christian needs to come down here and do a splash pad. Oh, yes, I have. I saw that. I watched the first episode. Jinx said, "Wish 8," which is I found it on Google. I'm assuming it's a television. I don't know if it's a television station, but Wish 8, yes, did the 4-part series on Florida. Miss Gaylin speaks for the first time publicly in almost 8 years. Yes, yes, and I was going to play all those videos, but I found a kind of a compilation video that I'm going to show here in a little bit. How long have we been going? Oh, I'm good. Where are we? Hour 15 in. It's about a 13 or 14-minute compilation video, probably from the one channel we mentioned earlier, that the only channel that covered Flora. That I'm going to play. I think it was from last year, because it was before they tore the house down. Yes, Arctic was talking about, and Arctic he's in Arkansas like I am. He's in a different part of Arkansas, but he's talking about his 911, how the 911 service where he is a joke. Yeah, I remember. And I don't know if you live, I mean, I know where you live. I don't know if you're in the city or in a rural area, but I live in what they call out of city limits. So any calls we make have to go through the county police service, and depending on where the ambulances are, because when we had to call the ambulance one time for my grandma, it took them forever to get here. But once again, that's the nature of small towns. And if you live, out in the country, rural areas, that's just unfortunately a part of it. That's how it works. Getting caught up, then we'll yep, CJK says the only thing that would keep me going is getting them justice. Absolutely. Paula says she heard them scream. It's possible. Yep, Dandy's talking about, yeah, absolutely. I just can't imagine. Yeah, absolutely. That's what yeah. Boston says the angels came before they suffered. I know that for sure. Absolutely. Getting caught up in comments. We'll do a little bit more of the timeline. Okay, so I played the dashboard video. So on January 28th of 2017, fire is declared arson by Fire Marshal Dennis Randall, one of the players in here in this February. Okay, so that was January 28th. So we fast forward to February 8th of 2017. A private fire investigator, and I don't know if this is if I can get it to come up. I have the PDF of I think it was the private fire investigator send an email to whoever he sent it to. If we don't let me forget, we'll read that, and I also have the anonymous letter, I think, that was written by maybe one of the citizens, by somebody from the town. I also have that. So February 8th, the private investigator voices concerns to the IDHS, citing Dennis Randall's mishandling of the investigation. June 23rd of 2017, we have lots of people start resigning. There are at least 3 people that resign their positions. So on June 23rd of 2017, Fire Marshal Dennis Randall resigns. So then we have a fast forward to October 27th of 2017. The Indianapolis NAACP has a press conference. They voiced their accusations of a cover-up. Superintendent Doug Carter, the same day, also holds a press conference later that day. The Flora Town Council, I think this is part of the controversy, but I don't understand. I'm not that I don't understand, but I haven't read enough into this part. So the Flora Town Council approves an invoice of over $2,700 for legal representation between October 26th and 29th. And the Indiana State Police interviews the Flora Fire Department Chief Adam Randall. So the chief of the fire department, Adam Randall, is the son of the fire marshal, Dennis Randall. So Adam Randall is interviewed between October 26th and 29th. So another resignation, Carroll County, on November 8th of 2017, Carroll County Prosecutor Robert Ives announces his plans to retire by the end of the year amidst 2 pending high-profile homicide cases in Carroll County. And then about a week later, that's when Flora Fire Chief Adam Randall resigns. So in my opinion, lots of red flags going off for me about all these sudden resignations in the span of not even a month, when everybody starts resigning. All right. So that was the timeline. So now I think I'm going to go ahead. This next video is, like I said, it comes from WTHR, and I did put a link to it once again in the description box. It's about 14 minutes long. I will go through you guys' comments, and I'll pop comments up on the screen just so I can kind of get caught up. And then I promise I'll go through the rest of my starred comments and make sure I get everybody who's donated, and you'll get your moo cow. Thank you. So I'm going to remove myself and put the video up, and I will pop some comments up while you guys are watching this. It's just basically a recap. It's like I said, it's from last year, just a recap from beginning to end that they did of this case. But it has lots of interesting information in it. So I will remove myself. Hopefully I will be right back in about 15 minutes.
November 21st marks 6 years since a house fire killed 4 sisters in Flora, Indiana. The girls were between the ages of 5 and 11. They were trapped in the fire. A lengthy investigation eventually determined the fire was arson. No one has ever been arrested. 13 News has followed this investigation from the very beginning, and we've talked with family members who are upset at the lack of answers.
It's one of the worst things that ever happened in Carroll County. It might be the worst.
It's been 6 months since 4 little girls died in a house fire in Flora. Now, Indiana State Police say it has identified persons of interest.
I believe that somebody knows who was in that house that morning on November the 21st. And I hope they have the courage to talk about that experience and why. Because we have lots of questions.
Keyana, Keyara, Kerriele, and Kionnie all died in the rental home where they lived on E-Columbia Street. Their converted apartment went up in flames. There were no batteries in the smoke detectors upstairs where the girls slept. Their mother, Gaylin Rose, says she awoke to thick, suffocating smoke. She ran outside screaming for help. 2 officers narrowly escaped with their lives trying to save the girls.
We're taking each one of those rooms and looking at those independently, taking a look at all possible causes.
At first, the Indiana State Fire Marshal's investigators thought wiring behind the refrigerator started the fire. Then in January, a stunning announcement made through a hastily sent press release on a Saturday afternoon.
The house fire that killed 4 young sisters was intentionally set.
Indiana Department of Homeland Security arson investigator Dennis Randall said there were accelerants found throughout the home. It was alarming news.
I'm angry. They took 4 lives from me.
But unlike the killings of 2 teens just a few miles away in Delphi, there was no press conference, no unified stance with state and federal investigators vowing to track down the culprit, and no notification of the arson announcement to the Carroll County prosecutor or key investigators.
I want publicity about this case because I want it to be solved.
Was ISP aware that that release was going out on Saturday?
We were not.
The fallout behind the scenes was immediate. Superintendent Carter says the release was premature because ATF had yet to get evidence back from the lab.
There has been conversation about what happens has got to be shared with the ISP and with the detectives assigned to this.
But 13 Investigates has learned that hasn't happened. An independent arson investigator working the case sent a scathing email to the Department of Homeland Security and Fire Marshal Jim Greason about the DHS investigation. A copy of the email also came to 13 Investigates. The Michigan investigator writes, the press release by the state fire marshal about the conclusions of their investigation are not correct and completely based on speculation and not evidence. We showed the letters to both the prosecutor and the superintendent.
I don't know about this, but I'll find out about this.
I've never seen this letter before.
Prosecutor Ives admits there's been little contact with the state fire marshal's office.
State Fire Marshal considers, I believe, part of its task to look into the criminal aspect of a case, but as far as I'm concerned, the lead investigative agency for this case is the Indiana State Police.
The state fire marshal refused to sit down to talk about the Flora case. All of this as state police ask for witnesses to come forward on behalf of 4 little girls.
We need people to be talking to people and people to be listening to other people and then reporting it appropriately.
My only concern about this case is that it's properly investigated.
A new investigator was recently assigned to take over the Flora fire investigation. Detective Greg Edwards, who was on the case for the first 6 months, transferred to another ISP position. Now, both ISP and DHS are still questioning witnesses and individuals who might have helpful information. Family members we spoke with say they are still very concerned about how this case is progressing and want to see a stronger presence when it comes to solving the case that claimed the lives of 4 little girls. 1 year fades to 2, but not the memory of 4 little girls.
We got 4 spaces at our Thanksgiving table that'll never be filled.
A single ribbon outside this burnt boarded up rental home in Flora, a reminder of where they lived and died in a fire investigators say was intentionally set. Family members say for far too long, Gaylin Rose, the mother of Keyana, Keyara, Kerriele, and Kionnie, has been the focus.
She lived for those girls. And no way in this world would she do anything to hurt them.
Now the mother herself, who was questioned about the fire, says her landlord's negligence is to blame for the death of her girls. In a federal lawsuit filed in the Northern District of Indiana, Gaylin Rose and her attorney say Councilman Joshua Ayers, his business partner Troy Helderman, and their company Birch Tree Holdings violated Indiana law and failed to provide a safe and habitable property, was careless and negligent in their maintenance, and breached the statutory duty of installing, replacing, and repairing smoke detectors at each level.
The smoke detector was right by their door, right up the stairs, right there. It was one there. Nothing on it. There was one in the kitchen.
The lawsuit says as a result of the failure to equip the property with any functioning smoke detectors, Rose's 4 minor children died from smoke inhalation.
Those smoke detectors would have gotten them up. They would have took off because I know them. they would have come flying down the stairs because it's a noise.
Rose also claims she reported malfunctioning electrical outlets in the kitchen and problems with a Whirlpool range more than 2 weeks before the fire. According to the lawsuit, Ayers and/or Helderman acted with gross negligence. The landlords reportedly attempted to repair the outlets and a leaking kitchen ceiling, but were unsuccessful. In addition, there's a product liability claim against Whirlpool, the manufacturer of a Sears Kenmore range taken from the home's kitchen. Rose and her attorney say the range was defective and dangerous, and the deaths of her girls would not have occurred without Whirlpool and/or Sears. Jacqueline Partlow says her nieces deserve answers.
We love our family, and we just want to know what happened to them.
I don't want my babies to get lost. I want my babies to get justice.
Thousands of miles away from Flora and the home where her 4 little girls died, Gaylin Rose is breaking a long silence.
Because I miss my girls a lot. It's just been a little hard for me, but I just be trying to stay strong. I feel like I've been left in the dark.
She's talking by phone about her girls and what her family sees as a disparity in effort to get answers about the murders of 2 Delphi girls and the fire in November 2016 that killed her 4 girls. Investigators say the fire was arson. If someone said it, who?
There were 4 babies that nobody is going after to find out what happened.
Leslie Anderson is visiting Indiana. She's Gaylin's aunt and lives in California, where Gaylin and her father also now reside.
Nobody cares. Not in Carroll County, not in the state of Indiana. I'm appalled that the state of Indiana has not done more.
Hard words from a family who claims state police investigators are less responsive to the plight of their girls than the murders of the Delphi girls. Anderson says she saw the Delphi case on national news just weeks ago after state police put out a new sketch.
This investigation is national.
It wasn't the first time. 10 months after the Delphi case, the state police superintendent was on national TV talking about Abby and Libby. The widespread attention brought in more than 26,000 tips. But what about Keyana, Keyara, Kerriele, and Kionnie? Gaylin's father says there are no updates, privately or publicly. The family says state police simply showed up on the 2-year anniversary of the fire.
It's a hard pill to swallow. You got 4 dead girls. You got 4 babies. How would the other family feel?
Citing the drastic sketch changes in the Delphi case, Gaylin says she worries about the fire investigation too.
Are they even looking in the right direction? That even question. How can you mistake somebody for 2 years? I kind of question, like, are they doing their job right?
These 4 little African American girls are just a tragedy that happened. And if we just shut up, they'll shut up. And then it'll go away. And that'll be the end of that. We're not going to go away.
A message Gaylin echoes from thousands of miles away.
We still gonna fight the fight no matter what. I just want more answers. I want my babies in the spotlight. I want my babies out there. I want everybody to know we fighting and try to figure out what happened.
The family of Gaylin Rose is working on a meeting with Indiana State Police investigators. We have also reached out to see what, if any, additional steps will be taken to help prompt more tips in this case.
The windows and doors are boarded up, but otherwise the house on E-Columbia Street sits largely untouched after the deadly fire in the early morning of November 21st, 2016. Kiana Davis, Keyara Phillips, Kerriele McDonald, and Kionnie Welch, ages 5 to 11, died. A lengthy investigation eventually determined the fire was intentionally set. No one has ever been arrested.
I'm frustrated all the time. I'm disappointed. It's just taking too long to figure out what happened, how it happened.
The girl's mother left Flora and moved to California to be with family shortly after the fire. She felt like she had to get away from the place that took away all of her children.
There was no type of beef, no retaliation against me and my family. No one disliked us like that. We didn't have no beef. Everyone loved us just as well we loved them. So once again, I'm lost. I To be honest, I feel like it was more racial.
They didn't deserve this.
Joyce Simpson helped organize a cookbook and other fundraisers for Flora's Four Angels that have raised about $18,000. She drives by the house almost every day.
I wish they would just tear it down and go on. You know, don't forget the family.
State police have no updates on the case, but the investigation is still open with a reward.
Whoever is out there knowing, come out and say anything. Come say something. Those were my babies. Those were my children.
Stuffed animals and other items from the memorial in front of the house still sit in crates on the porch. Four sisters not forgotten in Flora.
Feels like a dream, feels like magic. Now I believe I can.
We lost some people that are very special to us. And I can't imagine how she feels. Because she has no one. But she has us.
It's been 5 years since Keyana Davis, Keyara Phillips, Kerriele McDonald, and Kionnie Welch were killed in a tragic house fire in Flora. Today, family and friends gathered here at Crown Hill Cemetery to remember the sisters and the memories they shared. Their mother, Gaylin Rose, moved out of state. She joined by FaceTime.
They were loving. They were caring. They were everything to us.
Their aunt, Jacqueline Partlow, says the family relies on their faith in God to keep them moving forward.
We're doing the best we can. We have to take it day by day like she does. We don't understand none of it. And for her to lose all of her children, it's tough.
We still have hope today.
An investigation determined the house fire was set intentionally. 5 years later, and still no arrest. As another year passes with no answers, everyone here continues to say the same prayer.
Even though they left too soon, that justice will prevail, that answers will come, and that they will not die in vain. But out of this tragedy, we'll get triumph.
We just hope and pray that somebody will come forward and say something. Somebody knows.
Until that day comes, they're going to keep praying for justice.
Let us leave this place and never forget who they were in our lives. From this moment, even forevermore. It is in Jesus' name we pray this prayer.
Indiana State Police tell us they could provide no update on the case, but this investigation is still open with a $5,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. So if you have any information about this case, the arson hotline number is 1-800-382-4628.
Okay, that was a video. Sorry, I was trying to go through comments and highlight some comments that I wanted to go back and get to. Very good comments and insight from you guys. As always, you guys are awesome. Once again, thank you so much for being here. Yes, Jinx, I saw that. I think it is in, I don't think I downloaded it though. Yeah, the tattoo that Adam Randall had, a full back tattoo depicting a fire and faces burning, kind of suspicious. Yeah, I mean, and I have nothing against tattoos. I have a tattoo myself, but yeah, that's kind of scary. Yes, Gail says she's very I'm angry about it, and whoever did this is still out there. Yeah, whether it was arson or poor shoddy, the landlord is shoddy, and then from what I understand, once again, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm thinking the landlord that owned this house had also owned other properties that had burned down. Once again, please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, let me take down my banner now that we're done with the video. Oh, let me put back remove that. Put that back up. All right, so in October of 2023, the house was torn down, And this was just a short article I found. Once again, not a whole lot of information. It says the home where 4 children passed away in a fire in Flora has been torn down. The federal order to tear the house down was issued in August. As News 18 previously reported, a judge in the case gave the okay to demolish it last summer. Both Gaylin Rose and her former landlord say, quote, they have no need for the continued preservation of the property. I know there's some controversy about that too. Some people say it shouldn't have been torn down. And of course, we know Gaylin Rose is the mother of Keyana, Keyara, Kerriele, and Kionnie, who were unfortunately killed in the fire. And then I'm going to leave this up here. Please, anybody in that area, anybody anywhere, if you have any credible information about this case, call that number 1-800-382-4628, or it says you can also get an address. You can write P.O. Box 80132, Indianapolis, Indiana 46280. You do not have to give your name. You can remain anonymous. And once again, I'm still trying to get caught up in the comments. Thank you, Miss Marion. Miss Marion says she's going to share. Absolutely. And yes, oh, where'd it go? I lost it. Chris had a good, sorry, my comments jumped. Chris Gideon said that Flora did happen before Delphi. Sorry, once again, I'm sorry for leaning into the camera, but I'm having to read off my, where did that comment go? Whole bunch of comments popped up. Holy moly. Okay, let me get back. Oh, goodness. Okay, there's where I started. Okay, Miranda asked, is there evidence on hand that proves this was an arson? That is one of the big questions. That is one of the questions and controversies. Was it arson? Was it accidental because of shoddy wiring? Not up to code. Somebody, whether it was arson or not being held, or not being the house not being up to code, either way, somebody somewhere needs to be held accountable. Absolutely. That, and Miranda says, even if they bring a suspect to trial, how will the state prove this was even an arson? And I believe it was Coach Kev, his live stream, when he and or maybe the one he did with Coach Kev, Frosty, and another guy, Mark, I think his name was. I apologize. But one of them made that it is very hard to prove arson. Basically, you have to have somebody admit to it, have video surveillance footage of it. Basically, that's about the only way that you can prove arson. Just very, very hard. Yes, absolutely. Miss Barbara says she prays. We all pray that someone starts talking soon. Yeah, Delphi got, and absolutely not taking anything away from Delphi, but Miranda says, unfortunately, they're right about the disparity in coverage and effort to solve this compared to Delphi. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, Miss Marv says arson is very difficult to prove if they would have done their job right and collected what should have been collected what should have been collected and logged, we may have had an arrest already. Absolutely. Oh, there's a comment from Chris I was looking for. He said Flora happened before Delphi. Absolutely. We are never going away. We want justice. Absolutely. See if I can get down. See if I can get my comments on here to work. There it is. Okay. Okay. Let's see how long it'll work. And so Miss Donna says the policy was taken out before any appraisal was conducted. The house only appraised for $45,000. Red flags. Absolutely. Yes. Jinx says Flora was November 21st, 2016. Delphi was February 13th, 2017. Yep. Absolutely. Beyond the Evidence says if any creator needs information on Flora, email at beyondtheevidence1@gmail.com, and I will get you my Discord link so you can get to the Flora documents. Thank you so much. Yep. Miranda says, wow, take it down and move on. I'm assuming you're talking about taking the house down. Yeah, it's like the lady said, they think, it was 4 little girls, and they think if everybody stays quiet, that it'll just go away. But like everybody, like that one comment I read, I've already forgot who it was now, so we're never going away. Absolutely. That's why we got to, the reason for this Flora week, absolutely. If you see or if you know something, say something. Absolutely. Yep, not going away. Yes, that is absolutely the truth. Miss Marion says, my opinion, it is so sad when they pick and choose what case they want to work on. If it was their loved ones, they would want somebody to help them. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And unfortunately, you would know, you and Miss Barb would know. Absolutely. Miss Barbara says you have to have faith to get through. Yes, ma'am. Oh, Doodlebug, I think Doodlebug has to go. Thank you, Doodlebug, for being here. She said, thank you for putting up with me. Oh, honey, we'll put up with you all day. Have a wonderful night. Sleep well. Feel love. You too, Doodlebug. She may already be going. I'm behind. Just a few minutes behind. I'm getting caught up. Absolutely, Miss Marion. You're most welcome. Yes, absolutely. That's what yep, shoddy maintenance. That's what I'm thinking too. Yep. And sorry, I'm trying to get 3 different things in my hands. Yep, Jinx agrees. Hey, Jinx said, HVAC, thinking about football, HVAC business and a barn freshly stocked with hay bales. Or, oh, the other fires. Okay, gotcha. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh, almost sent us into a dumpster fire. Wasn't paying attention to what buttons I was pushing. Yeah, Miss Marion says her opinion, she thinks the landlord is responsible too. Yeah, if that house wasn't up to code, and I know, I'll say I know, if I remember correctly, reading or listening that said that Miss Gaylin had made several complaints and reports to the landlord about stuff that needed to be fixed in the house, and apparently it was never fixed. So yeah, yep. Excuse me for, but yeah, yes, absolutely. Jinx said Miss Gaylin said her goodbye to the house and is glad it has been taken down. Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Jinx said Gaylin is the strongest woman I know. Yep. She's a strong woman. Another strong women that we have here in our community, Miss Barbara Hall, Miss Marion Tate. Strong women, rock stars, I call them, rock stars. True crime rock stars. Or, sorry, I got a gnat flying around. Gnats are, and the mosquitoes have started coming out down here too, so. In the South. And I think I was reading, when I was reading through comments, I think I read Jinx is in Kentucky. Hello, semi-neighbor. Trying to make sure, and if anybody has snuck in and I haven't said hi to you, I apologize. I'm trying to keep up with all the comments. I always like to recognize and appreciate everybody that comes in and comments. Absolutely. Yes, it was Frosty and Mark with Coach Kev. Coach Kev, yes, Coach Kev is amazing. Yes, because I watched that one with those three, and then I watched Coach Kev's. Coach Kev's was last night. Awesome, awesome. And then of course I watched Ruckus and Frank Meister tonight. I watched Miss Deb's video she did Sunday. I watched all of them so far. If I've left anybody out that's done one, I think I've got them all in there. I think I mentioned all of them. And if anybody, and I was going to do a screenshot. I might have done the screenshot, but I don't remember of the rest of the lineup for the rest of the week. If anybody has that, you can throw it in chat and give her a shout out. Because I know Dave is doing his, for any night owls, early birds, Davis, who is doing his, out on the prowl, is doing his, once again, depending on how you look at it, very late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. Don't know the exact time yet. Miss Marion, I know that homicide has no limitation. I don't know about arson. There may be somebody in here who knows. But I know there is no statute of limitations on homicide. I'm not sure on arson. Marina says, Coach Kev is a great person. Yes, just from what I watched of him and with other creators, absolutely. I got to get so caught up on all the on all my new friends, as I call them, Miss Deb, Deb's True Crime Notebook. Caught up with Coach Kev's stuff. I try to. I think I'm pretty much caught up with Ruckus. Yeah, just all these creators that I'm coming across that you guys have suggested that I watch. Absolutely appreciate it. I've got to get caught up between work and life. I got to get caught up. Yes, that is. Oh, I almost forgot about that. Oh, the one thing that just burned me up. Yes, they took the girls, and like I said, once again, I'm not a professional. I don't know how things or 100% sure how things are supposed to work, but I would think, just from the little that I have learned and heard, that even if it was, they didn't think it was arson as an accidental fire, that you would not move any bodies. Which, I mean, I can understand getting the girls out and doing the, trying to save their lives. But they end up taking them back to the fire station and just laying them out on the floor in the fire station? Why did they not leave them at the house and call the ME? Is that not? I would think that's what the protocol would be, but once again, I'm not a professional. I don't know. But yes, yeah, taking them to the fire station, and just so disrespectful, in my opinion. I'm sorry, guys. This gnat will not leave me alone. And Miss Marion says, in the state of Illinois, if you've committed arson or homicide, there is no statute of limitations. That means it goes on until the crime has been solved. So at least in Illinois, there's not a statute of limitations on arson. That is fantastic. Oh, did Gail, did Gail have to leave? If I missed it, I'm sorry. Oh, there's Gail. She's still there. But good night, Gail, if you have to leave. And thank you for coming in, my dear. Always a pleasure. Miss Gail is such a rock star with donations and support and everything else. Oh, Sunshine's in the house. Oh, we know Sunshine is okay. I see her. We were talking about you earlier. I don't know. You probably said maybe, I don't know what part of Florida you're in, but we were talking about all that horrible flooding in Florida and hoping that you were okay and that all the Steves, Mrs. Steve and the whole family was okay. Good to see Sunshine in here. Welcome, welcome, my dear. Yep, I would tend to agree. Miss Peggy says, in her opinion, homicide, arson, SA, and had to be careful how I say things. Child harm should not have statute of limitations, but in some states they do. Yep. I think y'all are talking about Discord again. Yeah, if somebody wants to grab my Discord link and put it in, that's fine. Thank you, Miss Marion. That's very sweet. Yep, Jean says she's in Kentucky. And I think I think Sunshine was originally from Kentucky. She's in Florida now. But I know she said she used to be in Kentucky. Yeah, there's my Discord link. Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. Beyond the Evidence is Friday, which is, no, what's tomorrow? I don't even know what today is. I'm afraid to push stuff. Okay, so today's only Wednesday. I was thinking it was Thursday. Trying to be careful with my phone. So Beyond the Evidence is Friday at 8 p.m. Miss Persevere is Saturday at 8. And Al on the Prowl, Dave, is sometime early Sunday morning. Don't know exactly what time yet, but absolutely. If you're not a night owl or early bird, please catch replay on Dave's. Absolutely. Please check out Mind of Monsters. Sunshine she is a rock star. She is a rock star. Excellent advocate, flyer maker. She will send she makes business cards, flyers. She does it all. She is a wonderful person. Absolutely proud to call Sunshine my friend. And Miss Marion says she doesn't want to offend anybody, but that is morbid. I don't know what you're talking about, Miss Marion. I'm sorry. If I missed a comment, I might have missed a comment. Yes. Beyond the Evidence says, what is morbid is oh my goodness, I set them out on the front lawn first, then moved them to the firehouse floor. Oh my goodness. What happened? I know it's a stupid question with this case, but what happened to protocol? I mean, just, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, Danny says it'll be even more fantastic if they made an arrest. Yeah, an arrest, hold somebody accountable. Somebody, no matter what happened, like I said, arson, negligence, somebody, a cover up, somebody, people need to start, in my opinion, people need to start talking. People need to be arrested, held accountable. Something needs to happen. Okay, you're in Orlando. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're okay, Sunshine, because when I saw, and I didn't even know about all this flooding until maybe late last night or this morning when I got up, I always, for some reason, turn it to the Weather Channel, and they were reporting on all the horrible flooding in Florida. And I thought of you, and I thought of the Steves, Mr. Steve, Mrs. Steve, all their whole family. And I don't know what part of Florida they're in. I mean, I know they don't give out their exact location, but what, just in general, what part of Florida they're in. So was Orlando getting flooded then? I'm trying to remember the part. I know they were talking about Miami. Is Orlando close to Miami? I apologize. The only part of Florida I've ever been to is just the Panhandle, Destin, Fort Walton. That's the only place in Florida that I've been to. Yes, bad in South Florida. I was thoughts, prayers, and good vibes to everybody in Florida. Oh, apparently Lisa is going. I'm sorry. Good night, Lisa. My comments keep okay, yeah, you're okay. So Sunshine is in Central Florida, and Daytona has some flooding. Okay. All right, I think I'm caught up. Oh, I got starred comments that I wanted to get to. All right, let me go through my everybody gets a moo cow, but I'm just going to give one moo cow for everybody. But I want to get this in. Thank you so much, Michigan Wifey, became a YouTube member. Yay! My OG. Of course, I love all my subscribers, all my members, everybody who supports me. The Michigan Wifey has been there since the beginning. Before I started doing live streams, when I was doing my crappy little videos that are even worse than the videos that I put out now. She would always like, comment, so much encouragement. So I have so much appreciation for Michigan Wifey. So thank you for becoming a member. Thank you, Miss Jinx. $5. Justice for Gaylin's Angels. Thank you for your support and bringing awareness. Thank you. Thank you. That means so much to me. Thank you. Was it you and Miss Kathy? I'm gonna mispronounce the last name, McClendon, who Miranda said was kind of organizing this, and you ladies keep the graves and everything in order and the upkeep on those. Thank you so much, Miss Jinx. Thank you so much, Beyond the Evidence, $4.99 super sticker. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. Thank you, 63 Clocks, $5 super sticker. Thank you so much. Once again, Miss Barbara, 99-cent super chatter super sticker. Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. You know I love you to the moon and back. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss any stickers. All right, so everybody, Mr. Steve, anybody who watches Mr. Steve, he has his blue light that he does whenever anybody donates. So I have, thanks to Sunshine, I'm glad Sunshine's here. Let me find it. For everybody who donates or becomes a member, I have, since I'm a farm country girl, I have a moo cow. So here we go. Thank you so much, everybody who has become a member, who's donated. Thank you so much. I absolutely love my moo cow. Once again, Sunshine, Mind of Monsters made that for me, along with, let me take this down real quick. Let me remove myself for a minute so you can see. That's my background, that my dumpster fire background that Sunshine made for me, and my logo. Let me stop my cam so you can see my logo. Miss Sunshine made my logo for me. So thank you so much to her for that. Absolutely. All right. Okay, let me get back to comments because I starred some of your guys' comments while the video was playing that I thought were very good. Jinx said in the fire investigation report, it was noted that there was liquid accelerants found, but they did not specify what kind of liquid. Oh, I think the gnat just flew up my nose. I'm sorry, guys. I think it truly did. Jinx also said Dennis Randall was the state fire investigator who declared it an arson in January of 2017. He resigned a few months later than his son Adam resigned from his position as a Florida City fire chief. Hold on for a second, guys. I've got to take care of some business. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Okay. Melissa had asked, did I say what started the fire? Was it electrical that caused it? That is another thing I am unclear on. Somebody that knows this case inside and out probably knows the answer to that. If they ever, I don't even know if they ever released. And Miss Gail had said, look at all the attention other cases have received, but not this one. It's shameful, in my opinion. Those sweet angels deserve justice, love, and remembrance. Absolutely. Well said, Miss Gail. Once again, Jinx said there was almost $50,000 in reward money, but the Flora City Council defaulted that money to the Flora Fire Station because it had a time limit. How does a reward have a time limit? She says that's all BS. Absolutely, I agree. And it is being taken to the state attorney general for getting that money back from the Flora Township. So they basically took the reward money and gave it to the fire department. Is that what you're saying? And Miranda had said, Coach Kev said it can take 2 inhalations of fire smoke to kill somebody. Absolutely. So basically 2 breaths can take you out with the smoke. It's just, that is not to be morbid, but and everybody, I don't want to speak for you guys, but everybody probably has, nobody wants to think about passing away or being something happening. But my 2 fears are drowning and fire. It terrifies me. Miranda had said you're supposed to get down low, get to the point of egress. Yes. If the point of egress is hot, you're not supposed to open the door. You're supposed to go to a window in that case. Miranda also had said children use up their oxygen faster than adults, so they are more prone to suffocation from smoke inhalation. Yes. Yeah, and you would assume too, maybe because their children's lungs are smaller, that it's going to take a lot less. I mean, if 2 breaths of smoke can take out an adult, you can just imagine it would take probably even less than that for a child, unfortunately. Miss Jinx said Dennis Randall removed a section of the flooring in the house, never logged into evidence. Red flags. I don't know if Miss Marion's still here. She'll have her red flags. Miss Donna said on August 31st, 2016, there was something for the home. The policy had a liability cover for the dwelling in the amount of $392,000. It went into effect on September 15th. And Miss Jinx said Dennis Randall's wife was charged with embezzling money from Carroll County. Oh my goodness. And Jinx said also, everyone knows Delphi happened in February of 2017. Flora happened 3 months prior. Flora gets overlooked, unfortunately. People talk about Delphi. Absolutely. Yep. All right, let me get back to Other comments. Get down to where I was. Oh, get down to where I was. Miss Barb said we're all going to move in with sunshine. Dandy says, yeah, she's Midwest originally, Missouri, Nebraska, but yeah, she's in Colorado now. Moo to you. I hope you guys, I love my moo cow. I love my moo cow. Thank you. Oh, did I miss something? Chris said thoughts and prayers for Gail. I'm sorry if I missed something going on with Miss Gail. Yes, absolutely. Jinx and Kathy Clendening. I apologize for getting the name wrong. Yes, we love keeping up the girls' plots. God bless both of you. Absolutely. Thank you so much for doing that. You two are angels for doing that. Thank you, Miss Marion says, love my moo cow. Our moo cow. Yes, it is our moo cow. Absolutely. Beyond the evidence, thank you all for supporting our Flora for Angels. Absolutely. And Sunshine's got some green. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yes, it's a cash cow. I did not think about that. Yeah. But, I appreciate, don't get me wrong. I appreciate the donations. It helps upkeep for the channel. Hopefully I can save up enough money to get some Wi-Fi or internet out here, because I just run through the hotspot on my phone to do this. So yes, that money will be go towards putting back into getting some equipment, and hopefully at some point when they can get it out here, get the lines laid out here, getting some internet or Wi-Fi. So thank you. Yeah, but yes, I don't do it for the money, but all donations are very much appreciated. Thank you so much to everyone who's become a member, who's donated. And I promise, hopefully sometime this week, I'll get a members only video out at least. And I promise one of these days, we're going to make our members only live stream work if I can figure it out. And I will probably do a true crime after dark, either Friday or Saturday night. But I don't want to interfere with anybody's, the rest of the Flora live stream. So I'll have to get that figured out. So it might be a later night live true crime after dark. Yes, absolutely. Dandy said, great to see everybody join in Discord. Absolutely. Everybody is welcome. We just ask, just same as here, be respectful of victims' families and each other. Thank you. Jinx says my cow is just too cute. Yeah, like I said, once again, thank Sunshine. She did that for me. Thank you, Miss Peggy. She says you just joined both Discord channels, mine and Mind of Monsters. Thank you. Yes. Yes, that fruit fly did the boogie up my nose. That's why I had to stop the cam and luckily I have my Kleenex over here. But I think it's still doing the boogie in my. Oh gosh. Oh. Absolutely. Miss Marion says, I believe that there will be justice for a lot of loved ones and their families. Absolutely. I wish I could too, Miss Barb. Miss Barb says she wished she could figure out how to use that Discord thing. I wish I could too. I'm still figuring it out. I think I've got it figured out, but once again, with my crappy cell service that I have to go through to run my laptop, because I don't have the Discord app on my phone, I just go on my laptop, and half the time I can't get, my cell strength is not, it won't run Discord. Every once in a while I can get Discord to come up, but I try my best. Oh, bless you, Dandy. Dandy says I have children currently of the age of the victims. As a mom, I'm mortified. Yes, absolutely. Right, more jinxy info. She says Josh Ayers was the Florida president of the town council and the Birch Tree Holdings part owner that rented to Gaylin. Red flags, red flags. Yes, I'm telling you, like I said, I know the basics, and I've from watching other creators, I started learning a little bit more about the shadiness that's going on. Yeah, like I said, somebody needs to be held accountable. Most definitely. Yep, there's a red flag, Miss Mary. I can always count on Miss Marion with the red flags. Thank you so much. Beyond the evidence, I appreciate that. Oh, be careful with the storm. Be safe. Thank you for coming in. Absolutely check out Beyond the Evidence. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it very much. Yes, that's also a problem too. Miss Barb said, I can't believe how many hungry people. Absolutely. Yep. Miss Marion's got her purple hearts. Yeah, my cash cow. I like that. Dandy says, move over. This case will eventually be solved. Absolutely. As long as we keep our voices out there and sharing it and making noise over it, I'm telling you that the more we and the more people that make noise and share this and keep it in the conversation, eventually somebody will listen. Thank you, Miss Barbara. That's very sweet. Thank you, Mom. Or I was gonna call you Mom. Mind the monsters. Thank you, Sunshine. You know I love you too. Yes, Miss Marion says we love us some sunshine. Absolutely. Danny says that she's gonna have to. I'm gonna have to send you a mesh drink cover to put over my nose to keep the gnats out of my nose. Yes, absolutely. Love all the support. Can't believe the support. Y'all are so amazing and such beautiful souls. Yes, we have such wonderful, at least the communities I hang out in are so wonderful. So many good people that are here for the right reasons because they care. They care about the families. They care about the victims. They care about these cases. Absolutely. Miss Dandy says we try to cultivate the best community here. Absolutely. And a shout out to all the mods here, everybody that has wrenches that always comes in with little to no notice of when I'm going to go live. Once again, I'm sorry. The gnat is doing I don't know if I got rid of it. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys, if you heard me sneezing, but I couldn't. I tried to hit the mute button and I accidentally ended the stream, so or almost ended the stream. Oh my goodness, I might have another sneezing fit. Oh my goodness. If I go silent again, you know why. So I'm gonna leave my camera off for a minute. Let's see. Thank you, Miss Jinx. She said it's almost midnight, so I'm off to bed. Thank you so much, Jinx, my new friend. God bless you and Miss Kathy for everything you do for the girls and the upkeep of the everything down there. Thank you so much. Or up there for me. Thank you so much, Jinx. Yes, Dandy says, and I apologize if I sound nasally, but between the allergies and apparently the bugs flying up my nose tonight. Dandy says, someone knows something, please speak out. Absolutely. How long are we going? 2:18. Okay, we'll wrap this up here in a minute. Want to get everybody's comments in. Yes, Jinx says, thank you all very much for supporting a Flora Week and bringing awareness to Gaylin's Angels, Keyana, Keyara, Kerriele, and Kionnie. Absolutely. 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 Thank you, Dandy. There is Mind of Monsters channel. Oh my goodness, I forgot Mr. Steve is going to be coming on in, yeah, we got to wrap this up. We got to watch Mr. Steve. He'll be on in about 15 minutes. Okay, let me get wound up. Not wound up. I'm already wound up. I'm going to put this on, but I can't read it out loud. At least it's not a sneeze, and yeah, or a sneeze, because I'm at the age that if I sneeze, if I cough, if I turn my head too fast, I will pee myself. I'm sorry if I sound crass, but anybody of a certain age knows what I'm talking about. Thank you, Miss Marion. Bless you too. Bless you too. And Miss Barbara. Always thoughts and prayers. God is good. I told that to Miss Barbara the other night in one of the chats. God is good. Thank you, Miss Peggy. That's yeah, it's not just me. You said it's the mods, it's the community, everybody. Absolutely. Yes, 11 o'clock. Yes, lots of love for the family. Absolutely. Oh, Paula, Mr. Steve is True Crime Web. If somebody can throw Mr. Steve's channel link in there. Yes. Yes, Dandy, about the, yeah, I'm old. She says she's older, she gets it. Yeah, that's the one. That's me. Yes, True Crime Web and True Crime Web Foundation. All right, guys. Well, let me make myself semi-presentable again. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming in and watching this, helping bring attention to this case. It is very important. Please share. The most important thing you can do is share. This every creator this week who's done. Thank you, Mom. Sunshine. I hope you have a good night, honey. I love you. Yeah, share this. Everybody who's done this week, who's already done one, and who will do one. Share. To get this out. Yes, thank you, Miss Peggy. Says stay safe and take care. Thank you, Miss Miranda. You are awesome. You are awesome too, ma'am. Oh, thank you, Miss Lisa. Says first time viewer. Great to meet you. You too, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Dandy has got Mr. Steve's link in there. Please, if you're a night owl, if you're staying up, please check out Morning Watch in about 10 minutes or so, less than 10 minutes. Yes, Miss Marion, share. Absolutely. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Once again, thank you so much for everybody who is here, everybody who will, once again, everybody who will watch on replay, thank you so much. Share. Watch all the other creators who are doing Flora Week videos. Let me get my outro ready. I love you guys, and Friday I'll have my Case of the Week video, and sometime this weekend I will try to do a True Crime After Dark. I love you guys. Stay safe out there. Take care of each other, and I'll see you next time.